Conference play has begun for the Wolverines of Utah Valley after a rough start against the top conference foe. The UTRGV Vaqueros come into Orem to try and take on the Wolverines of Utah Valley. It's Utah Valley and UTRGV next on UVU TV. The Wolverines dropped their first conference match against the Aggies of New Mexico State on Thursday, but they're looking to rebound today against the Vaqueros of UTRGV. Coach Ochoa's squad has Lockhart Arena pumped. It's UTRGV and UVU next on UVU TV. Home to the Utah Valley University. Lockhart Arena, home to the Utah Valley Wolverines volleyball squad. They dropped a tough one to open up conference play on Thursday, but they host the UTRGV Vaqueros to try and look for their first conference win of the 2018 season for Coach Ochoa's squad. Hello, everybody. I'm Brandon Crow, joined alongside Kaylee Doxey. Kaylee, it's been a while since we last came together.
Yes.
But Utah Valley dropped a tough one on Thursday. How are you looking? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Lockhart Arena, the home court for Utah Valley. They dropped the home opener for conference play on Thursday against the Aggies of New Mexico State, and they're looking to rebound today against the Vaqueros of UTRGV. Coach Atoa has his squad pumped and ready to go, and it's going to be an interesting one. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on UView TV alongside Kaylee Doxey. I'm Brandon Crow. Thank you for letting us be a part of your afternoon. Kaylee, conference play, we always know, is a different animal. Utah Valley, they dropped the first one on Thursday against a tough New Mexico State team.
Right.
How do you think they will handle today's match?
I think you just got to bounce back. You're going to start seeing conference is there's a different urgency to conference play, and if you can't just bounce back, you're going to get stuck behind. And especially with UTRGV being a good team as they are, they've got to bounce back and just come ready to play.
Playing at home in front of their hometown crowd, you got to look to your big guns. And
right.
Utah Valley's going to look to no other than Jasmine Nutepuivaha, who's been a focal point for the squad.
Yeah, she's been doing really well.
No worries. Lockhart Arena, the home turf for the Wolverines of Utah Valley, as they host the Vaqueros of UTRGV. Coach Atoa right there in your screen, getting his squad pumped up and ready for the second conference play game of this week for the Wolverines. They dropped the first one, Kaylee, on Thursday against the New Mexico State Aggies, and they look to rebound in the tough one today. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on UView TV alongside Kaylee Doxey. I'm Brandon Crow. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Saturday afternoon. Kaylee, again, conference play, it's always a different animal.
Absolutely.
How do you think Utah Valley is going to respond after Thursday's loss?
I think with just the same urgency that they need to approach every game they play within conference. Conference is when you start to get wins and losses that count towards the end result of the WAC tournament where you're seeded. And so if they need to refocus after wins, just the same as they need to refocus after losses.
And when you do refocus, you always want to make sure that you got your big guns ready to go. And taking a look at the biggest gun so far for Utah Valley, Jasmine Nutepuivaha.
Yeah, she's been really consistent lately. I've been pleased to see her hitting percentages have been up. She's gotten her kills in. She's had great blocks. I expect to see good things from her today as well.
She's somebody that Coach Atoa looks to help get the whole squad involved.
Right.
And on the other side, for Coach Todd Lowry and the Vaqueros, they have a lot of international flavor. And if we take a look right there, 3 of the international stars are doing it all for the Vaqueros on the court.
Yeah, their setter seems to be moving the ball around well. You see she has 9 assists per set, and she's got her 2 hitters right there getting over 3 kills per set as well, which are great numbers.
Anytime you can get multiple people involved at a high success rate, that will put your club at an even better position to do well.
Right, yep. I expect UV's defense to try and adjust to those hitters today.
Well, we'll have the first set coming up right here on UView TV right after this. Lockhart Arena, the home for the Wolverines of Utah Valley. The Wolverines dropped their first conference match against the Aggies of New Mexico State on Thursday, but they're looking to rebound today against the Vaqueros of UTRGV. Coach Ochoa's squad has Lockhart Arena pumped. It's UTRGV and UVU next on UVU TV. Lockhart Arena, the home turf for the Wolverines of Utah Valley, as they host the Vaqueros of UTRGV. Coach Ochoa right there in your screen, getting his squad pumped up and ready for the second conference play game of this week for the Wolverines. They dropped the first one, Kaylee, on Thursday against the New Mexico State Aggies, and they look to rebound in the tough one today. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on UVU TV alongside Kaylee Doxey. I'm Brandon Crow. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Saturday afternoon. Kaylee, again, conference play, it's always a different animal.
Absolutely.
How do you think Utah Valley is going to respond after Thursday's loss?
I think with just the same urgency that they need to approach every game they play with conference. Conference is when you start to get wins and losses that count towards the end result of the WAC tournament where you're seeded. And so if they need to refocus after wins, just the same as they need to refocus after losses.
And when you do refocus, you always want to make sure that you got your big guns ready to go. And taking a look at the biggest gun so far for Utah Valley, Jasmine Nutepuivaha.
Yeah, she's been really consistent lately. I've been pleased to see her hitting percentages have been up. She's gotten her kills in. She's had great blocks. I expect to see good things from her today as well.
She's somebody that Coach Ochoa looks to help get the whole squad involved.
Right.
And on the other side, for Coach Todd Lowry and the Vaqueros, they have a lot of international flavor. And if we take a look right there, 3 of the international stars are doing it all for the Vaqueros on the court.
Yeah, their setter seems to be moving the ball around well. You see she has 9 assists per set, and she's got her 2 hitters right there getting over 3 kills per set as well, which are great numbers.
Anytime you can get multiple people involved at a high success rate, that will put your club at an even better position to do well.
Right, yep. I expect UV's defense to try and adjust to those hitters today.
Well, we'll have the first set coming up right here on UVU TV right after this.
In the WAC, we value sportsmanship on the field,
on the track, on the court.
Wolverines dropped their first conference match against the Aggies of New Mexico State on Thursday, but they're looking to rebound today against the Vaqueros of UTRGV. Coach Ochoa's squad has Lockhart Arena pumped. It's UTRGV and UVU next on UVU TV. Lockhart Arena, the home turf for the Wolverines of Utah Valley, as they host the Vaqueros of UTRGV. Coach Ochoa right there in your screen, getting his squad pumped up and ready for the second conference play game of this week for the Wolverines. They dropped the first one, Kaylee, on Thursday against the New Mexico State Aggies, and they look to rebound in the tough one today. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on UVU TV alongside Kaylee Doxey. I'm Brandon Crow. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Saturday afternoon. Kaylee, again, conference play, it's always a different animal.
Absolutely.
How do you think Utah Valley is going to respond after Thursday's loss?
I think with just the same urgency that they need to approach every game they play with in conference. Conference is when you start to get wins and losses that count towards the end result of the WAC tournament where you're seeded. And so if they need to refocus after wins, just the same as they need to refocus after losses.
And when you do refocus, you always want to make sure that you got your big guns ready to go. And taking a look at the biggest gun so far for Utah Valley, Jasmine Nutepuivaha.
Yeah, she's been really consistent lately. I've been pleased to see her hitting percentages have been up. She's gotten her kills in. She's had great blocks. I expect to see good things from her today as well.
She's somebody that Coach Ochoa looks to help get the whole squad involved.
Right.
And on the other side, for Coach Todd Lowry and the Vaqueros, they have a lot of international flavor. And if we take a look right there, 3 of the international stars are doing it all for the Vaqueros on the court.
Yeah, their setter seems to be moving the ball around well. You see she has 9 assists per set, and she's got her 2 hitters right there getting over 3 kills per set as well, which are great numbers.
Anytime you can get multiple people involved at a high success rate, that will put your club at an even better position to do well.
Right, yep. I expect UV's defense to try and adjust to those hitters today.
Well, we'll have the first set coming up right here on UVU TV right after this.
In the WAC, we value sportsmanship on the field,
on the track, on the court, in the pool.
and in the stands.
We take pride in playing fair and being honest.
We honor the game by showing respect for our opponents,
the officials,
The fans and our team.
Great sportsmanship is about keeping everything in perspective.
It's about taking ownership after a loss.
and being humble after a win.
We hope you'll team up with us by staying positive on the sidelines.
Because great sportsmanship is what unites us.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU, inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
It's a family affair at Lockhart Arena on the Saturday afternoon. Utah Valley trailing by 3. The little ones trying to encourage their hometown squad to get back into it. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Saturday afternoon here on UVU TV, the WAC Sports Digital Network, as well as the KSL TV app in the local areas. Nama trying to keep the party rolling for the Vaqueros, which they do. Another block at the net by Sarah Cruz, straight down into Utah Valley territory.
I think UTRGV is doing a really good job of blocking. I think UVU, though, they have to start switching it up. They're hitting negative right now. They've got 2 hitters hitting negative. They've got to start figuring it out to do something different and just figure out a way to score. I think their passing has actually been okay. But again, there's another stop. They've got to start switching it up.
Referees are still looking at each other, and they're finally going to give it to Utah Valley. They're pausing for dramatic effect there.
Yeah, she kind of got lucky. I think they weren't pressing as well, and she kind of muscled her way down.
Utah Valley will take any break they can get, and they'll take another break as the flag is up on the far side. So Utah Valley starting to get a little bit more momentum, get back into it, only trailing by 2 now. Sarah Merrill, your friend, you used to coach?
I used to coach Sarah. It's a wee little 14-year-old.
Big hammer on the outside by the Vaqueros. Jandova again.
That right side has been effective for them. I think they continue to run slides and set back and keep working that.
Tarafiti. The big hammer, this one too far. Point for the Vaqueros, 15-11 now.
They're trying to establish something. They're going back row, they're going outside, middle, right, and nothing seems to be working right now.
Good dig by the Wolverines. Christensen met at the net. Can't get it over. And another timeout for the Wolverines. They're going to think this one over. Christensen in that last replay just couldn't quite get it over the net.
Looked like there was a little bit of confusion though between her and Jasa. It was only a second ball that she sent over, and Jasa ran over like she was going to try and set it, and Bailey decided to hit it, and so she looked a little timid right there.
Well, we know volleyball is not won or lost in one set. There's a lot more to go, a lot more volleyball left to play here. But again, you want to establish yourself at home, especially early on in conference play. And we take a look at the last slew of results for the Wolverines, starting at the bottom with the furthest away. They lost at Hawaii, lost to West Virginia. They beat in-state rival Utah State, lost versus Weber State. And then again, Thursday night's home match against New Mexico State, they took 1 of the 4 sets. But you got to find something.
Got to find something, and I think they just got to keep working what they know, do what is working, and right now I don't think certain rotations are working out in their favor. I think trying to switch it up and just ultimately playing smart, get points on the board, no matter like how.
When is Utah Valley at their best, Haley?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
When is Utah Valley at their best?
I think any team is at their best when they're enjoying themselves, when they've got their teammates behind them, when they're having fun, when they've got a crowd behind them. I think they just need to start relaxing a little bit. I mean, they've got good passes. Yeah, good pass will make things work, and Jasmine right there, like I said, just being smart. If you have to tip it for a kill is a point no matter what.
Again, Jasmine Nutse-Puivaha doing what she does best, trying to get her squad back into it. And you mentioned having fun and being relaxed, and that's what we saw in the first 6 points for Utah Valley early on.
Yeah, they came in really relaxed, looked like they were ready to go, and then things kind of started not going their way, and just struggling for answers will make you kind of slow down and almost frustrate you a little bit, but you just have to take a breath, relax, play your game, and make sure your teammates know that you're there for them.
Kaylee Downs and company enjoying that last point. Only trailing by 3 now, the Wolverines. Vaqueros looking to continue to add to their lead. Sarah Merrill. Merrill finally gets it over. And a quick little dump. Gets the Vaqueros another chance to serve. Drake Banks, all smiles, knowing she outsmarted the Wolverines on this last play. And Nazario right at the net. Finds the hole, does the job. Tadafiti trying to get it in. The referee almost blew the whistle before that ball was hit.
He did, he actually did. So their setter set back and he felt like she also double contacted that ball, which is
a no-no.
Not allowed. Big no-no.
Bailey Christensen for the Wolverines. Good service, kept alive by the Vaqueros, have to get it over, they do. Tadafiti from the outside. Did not have any topspin, just kept sailing out.
Yeah, I think she's trying to figure out what's going to work against this team. She's been blocked a couple times, she's hit out a couple times. I think right there she was trying to hit hands or muscle through it if she could.
Here come the Wolverines now, kept alive by the Vaqueros. Nama punched in the air. Cruz on the ground, tipped back over by Utah Valley. They're going to call a point for the Vaqueros. So
he's calling that a lift on Kaylee Downs, and it was pretty close. Sam seems to think so as well.
Having a discussion with the other side official, Coach Otoa. And now he's going to go and have a chat with the head official. And now they're going to come and discuss this further, and players starting to figure out what's going on.
That's close. The lift is when it's almost carried like you're holding the ball and you're scooping it over the net, but Kaylee looked like she had her hand upright instead of below it, so I think that's where the argument was.
Nama gets blocked at the line.
Yeah, Kaylee got all of that.
Kaylee Downs says, ball don't lie. Earns the point right back for the Wolverines. Big elevation point for them.
Going back to their right side where they've been effective over there.
Caraballo, the libero, will do the serving honors for the Vaqueros. A lot of rotation on that thing, kept floating out of space. Megan Childs comes in for the Wolverines. Kaylee Downs will step off. And Jason Stratton will serve for the Wolverines. Vaqueros with a nice dig. And too far on the outside. 20-17 now. Utah Valley trailing, but serving.
Jason's a good server to have right now in this position. She's done really well. She's pretty consistent. She hits her targets. They continue to go after Nama. And they finally shut down on the right side.
Tana PT with the big stop forces the Vaqueros to call their first timeout. Take another look at it here. Tana PT rises, shows the emotion. Maybe that's the jolt that she needs to get herself going.
Yeah, this is a good time to do it too. Towards the end of the game, you're down by a couple points. Might be the boost you need.
What are you telling your team right now if you're in that huddle?
I just think you got to keep pushing and, you know, review some of the key players who are on the court, identify their threats to your defense, what to watch out for if offensively from them, and then just to remind them to stay composed, play your own game, and maybe talk strategy as far as where you want to set the ball, maybe free ball plays, that kind of stuff. But ultimately, the message at this point, if you're down this late in the game, is just encouragement and positivity. We can do this, we got this, play our game, that kind of stuff.
And a block like that right before the timeout could be that spark, that momentum that propels your own personal confidence to get your teammates going as well.
Yeah. I would, if I were them, I would be real concerned about Cruz coming back front row when she makes it. If they can stop her from getting front row. She's hitting 750 right now for them. And they need to capitalize right now while she's back row.
That one too hot to handle for Merrill. Point for the Vaqueros. And Silva has been deadly from that outside spot. They set her up nicely. She just
great line shot.
She just flies into the scene. (22-18) for the Vaqueros. Vaqueros are feeling it over on their bench. Paulina Ramirez trying to lead them to victory here in the first set. Merrill.
Good pass.
Tadafiti with some emphasis hit the official and called it out.
It's a great deep corner to try and go for. If you can get that in, that corner is a kill every time. So it's smart of her to go after it. It's a bit out.
Ramirez again, too far. 23-19. Tadafiti will do the service. And another slide, this time out of play for the Vaqueros.
Looked like she almost had an open net though, like the blockers were late. So if she would have turned that in a little bit, she would have had a great opportunity to score.
Tadafiti's second service. Goes to the outside, Nama. Nama with the two hands, gets it over. Coach Atoa calling for it. Referees say no, but Utah Valley gets the point anyway.
I'll take care of it. Good line swing.
There are those smiles again for Utah Valley. Haven't seen him in a while, but any shot like that will do the trick. Tadafiti's service into the net. 24-21. Vaquero serve.
They need a good passer right here to make something happen.
Nama. Merrill. Outside, punched over by the Wolverines. Blocked and then in. Vaqueros take the first set.
I would like to say that I was surprised that Cruz got the ball, but I'm not because she was on fire. So it was smart of them to just give that ball to her and let her finish the game.
Wolverines fall in the first set, 21-25, but they'll regroup and we will be right back with it on UVU-TV.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else?
In a word, confidence.
You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life. If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Chevrolet. I promise you'll love it.
Before you even think about buying a new truck or SUV, you've got to check out MurdochChev.com. You'll be glad you did.
We've got huge discounts on all 2018 models, and you're going to love the 2019 Silverado. Only at Murdoch Chevrolet in Logan and Woods Cross. You've got to come and see.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
Coming into the second set here, halfway through, Utah Valley trailing by 3 to the Vaqueros, 13-10. And Cruz is having herself a day, serving in again from that back line. Nutapuivaha. Tarafiti. Christensen. In the stands, UTRGV cannot get it. Point for the Wolverines. Christensen rises from the outside, aimed right at her target, libero Caraballo. And Nama wanted to go in the stands, and she's physically unable to.
Not allowed. Well, I guess you are, but she wasn't able to.
This one falls right in front of Christensen. Silva, Nama enjoying that. Up by 3, 14-11. Vaqueros in the second.
Those are frustrating blocks because you're right there, and it just falls right in front of you.
That one too far. And Christensen will serve it for the Wolverines. Christensen on the left side of the service line, looking for a target. Finds it in Cruz. Vaqueros met by the Wolverines at the net. This one bounced off of Utah Valley. Point for the Vaqueros.
What I thought was interesting, seeing some of the stats for the second set, is UTRGV is hitting 200 right now, and Utah Valley is hitting negative 21. But it's not the blocking right now. They both have 4 blocks each. So I think UTRGV is just being smarter offensively, and I see them just swinging away. They're taking rips, they're hitting hands, they're going after it. And I wonder if some of the blocking and the stops are really getting to Utah Valley.
So in a sense, what you're saying is that the Vaqueros really are playing with house money at this moment.
Yeah, yep.
A huge block.
There's a block.
By the Vaqueros, Nazario. My goodness. The elevation from Nazario to block Tarafiti.
I would consider that a solo block too. She was essentially by herself. The middle was far enough away that she did that all on her own.
Taking a look at the recent results for the Vaqueros coming into this match here in Utah and Utah Valley. Just recently they defeated Seattle U 3-0. And you always want to start off conference play with the victory, especially if you're on the road like the Vaqueros, coming into elevation when you're playing Utah Valley, going all the way up to play Seattle. And they're not necessarily the easiest places to play.
No, I think some people don't realize that serving at a higher elevation, the ball travels a lot farther, and so sometimes it's hard for teams to adjust to that within a day of having some practice time, but it doesn't really seem to be an issue for them, considering they have 3 service aces to some errors. But yeah, any conference wins are good on the road. You can go home and take care of some business as well. I think what's interesting to note too, though, is the last UTRGV has won the last 7 of 10 against Utah Valley. So Utah Valley really needs to come out and start playing tough against these guys.
Especially when you take a look at the remaining schedule here over the next few days. On the road against Bakersfield and Grand Canyon before coming back home against UMKC. Tadafiti gets the emphasis on that one. Tadafiti rises, finds the crease right in front of Cruz.
That was just a good controlled swing. She wasn't trying to do anything special with it. That's what you need to see.
And a slide blocked by the Wolverines tag team from Tadafiti and Nutapuivaha. It almost looked like Tadafiti was the one that did the job all on her own.
Yeah, she turned that one back in.
And this one will be out of play, point for the Vaqueros. Strong slide from Jandova.
Yeah, they did the same exact play, and this time it was successful. She cut it a little more angle, but I like when I see setters go back to their hitters who just made an error, as if to say, like, I have confidence in you, you can do this, let's make it right.
Merrill keeps it alive for the Wolverines. Tadafiti too strong. (19-14) in favor of the Vaqueros. Victoire Nama. Christensen. Set, Tadafiti, yes.
A little bit of a hole in that block, but she found it.
Tadafiti again, deadly from that left side. Goes right at Nama. Nama couldn't do much. Merrill keeps it alive for the Wolverines. Childs punches it through. Now Wardle with the serve. Again, aiming to that back line. Cruz coming up from top. Wardle keeps it alive. So does Merrill. Tadafiti. Cruz again. Blocked. Nama. Tadafiti trying to finish. Little floater kept alive by the Vaqueros. Nama from the backside. Tipped at the net, point Vaqueros.
It's what we've been seeing all match. Kazna tries to tip that, do something smart.
Looks like it goes off of Megan Childs.
We've got the swing from Vaqueros over there.
That one just came off of Bailey Christensen's arm, a little bit too funny. And Jandova, all the way from Prague in the Czech Republic, will continue the service for the Vaqueros. Childs rises. Almost a facial for Victoire Nama. Frustration point.
Frustration point. Those can be really good points though. She's been doing well this set. I think she's someone, as a setter, you want to keep feeding the ball to. She's being successful on that right side. They brought her into the middle that time and had a good look as well.
Tadafiti. Cruz on the outside. Tadafiti keeps it up in play right in front of us. Tadafiti gets it back over. Cruz again. Block deflected off of Childs, goes out of play, point for the Vaqueros. Perfect placement.
She's kind of a quiet assassin. She doesn't make a lot of noise, but then you give her the ball and she just hammers it.
There's a hammer there by Nutapuivaha, a little bit out of play, however. And Vaqueros again find themselves serving, this time for the second. Childs on the outside, tipped at the line by the Vaqueros, kept in play, got to get it over. And this one too much, goes into the stands. And set point for the Vaqueros. Merrill, the near side. Point for Utah Valley. They stay alive. Tori Dorius. (24-18). Wolverines trying to catch a wave of momentum here and steal the second set. Dorius again. Third time's a charm. Gets it over. Cruz right at the chest of Nutepuivaha, and that's how the second set will come to a close. 25-18. Vaqueros are victorious.
We saw Tori Dorius come in, and I like that there started to be a little change, trying to figure out some offensive changes, but we'll see what happens in set 3.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices. The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
If we can see things for what they are, if we can see what they could be, if the plastic we use, we never throw away, if the end of one thing could be the beginning of the next. If we know that less can create more. If we can return, we reciprocate, we regenerate. If we are here for others, if we can work as a team, all we have to do is connect, and the world opens up. The future is about giving back.
Did you know that over 43 million Americans struggle with mental health problems annually?
43 million.
That's 1 in 5 adults.
Did you know that there's one death by suicide in the United States every 12 minutes?
Did you know that suicide takes the lives of over 40,000 Americans each year?
Over 40,000 mothers,
Fathers,
daughters,
sons, brothers,
sisters, and friends.
Did you know that you can help reverse this trend?
If you or someone you know is struggling with mental illness, don't keep it to yourself.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Welcome back here to Lawn Cart Arena. On the campus of Utah Valley University, there's Yoli Childs from BYU cheering on his wife for Utah Valley University. Don't tell the tabloids.
What a good husband.
Two schools, rival schools, but love knows no bounds.
Love has no boundaries. Yep.
Gilly Childs cheering on his wife, Megan Childs, for Utah Valley. Utah Valley and Megan Childs trying to come back and find some momentum here as we start this third set. Taking a look at the overall stats through the first 2 sets, and UTRGV is just killing it, as the kids say, pun intended.
They are killing it. They even increased their hitting percentage from set 1. They're up to 250 at this point. Everything else is pretty easy, even as you can see. Digs, blocks. They have more aces. UTRGV has more aces, but they do have 7 service errors compared to 2 that UVU has.
Utah Valley was in the negative.
Yes.
But now they're in the positive. Still got to improve on that percentage there, but
they do, and I think that was in part to Child's hitting percentage. She leads right now with 5 kills on the match, and she has one of their best hitting percentages. So last set for her was a big one and helped increase that hitting percentage for Utah Valley.
You can see the UTRGV players led by Drake Banks right there, digging the Guns N' Roses. As
she had that break going.
Third set here. And when you're up 2 sets to nothing, it is a little easier to enjoy the music in an opposing arena.
Yeah, it's hard when you're down 2 sets to continue to try and enjoy yourself and have fun and be positive. And when you're up like that, it's easy. It's just maintaining that same feeling and not getting complacent.
Utah Valley will start things off. And a block for the Vaqueros gets the points going for the orange and gray. And a fresh face, Deborah Nazario in the back after a little bit of a break in that second set. Childs. And a point for Utah.
Setter, double contact. He's called that a couple times this match, and they've all been really close.
Dorius serving it from the back line. Kept alive by the Wolverines. Another whistle is called, another point for the Vaqueros.
Cern had a great one-handed dig right there. They just had the double contact on that second, which it was pretty obvious on that one.
And Cruz will continue to have a fun afternoon as she gets the service going. Utah Valley, however, has other plans. Gazzetana Viti from the left-hand side.
She goes over the block on this one. That's going to be her most successful kills are going over right now, because trying to go through or muscle past the block hasn't been working for the Wolverines.
Nama keeps that in play for the Vaqueros. Wolverines get it over. Still alive. Childs gets it over. Wolverines finally, with the block on the outside, win a long rally. Tata Fiti.
You could tell she felt this one before she even. Yeah, that feels good.
Now I'm on the outside for the Vaqueros.
Easy free ball.
Tata Fiti again, the hot hand. Back-to-back points for number 9.
We've got a cowbell out in that crowd. I wonder if that's helping them a little bit. More cowbell.
I got a fever.
The only prescription.
Vaqueros on the outside, tipped in play.
Couple one-handeds, touches.
And this one was tipped off of Utah Valley, out of play. Vaquero point. Take another look at it. Right off of Tata Fiti's left hand.
It's a smart swing out there. It's about all she could do.
Vaqueros trailed by 1 early on in the third set. Tadafiti. Yes, sirree. She looks like she's a woman possessed right now.
She's on a mission. She doesn't want to go down in 3.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it if you're Utah Valley right now. Setting up Nama. Kept alive by Merrill. Right again. Tadafiti, who switches it up, catches him off guard.
It's smart of her to mix it up. She's been swinging hard. They're kind of on their heels, and then you pull a short down ball like that, and it takes them off guard. Great serve by Jesa.
Caught Victoire Nama off guard. She didn't know really what to do on that one.
No, it's not short, it's not deep. You're kind of caught in the middle. She's clearly frustrated. They've been serving at her all day long, and it's starting to pay off for UV.
We'll be right back with the rest of the third set right after this.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
Coach Otoa trying to encourage his squad to continue this momentum they have here early on in the third set as they're up 7-3. Victoire Nama gets defeated at the net. Point for the Wolverines, 8-3 now. Biggest lead Utah Valley has had this whole day.
They've continued to start sets really strong. Again, they're up by a couple points. Things seem to be going their way. And they need to really capitalize on the momentum and the feeling they're having right now, because UTRGV has come back in each set when they start like this.
Vaqueros switching it up, going to the outside. Stratton to Tadafiti, who's had the hot hand, continues to do so. White hot for Tadafiti right now.
I believe that's at 5 kills of the 9 points that Utah Valley has right now.
And she's doing it all, going all over the court.
All over. Line, angle, roll shot. They're also serving really well. Taking players out. They're out of system.
Somehow Utah Valley keeps that one alive. Team effort. Vaqueros punch their ticket for a serve.
I think that went off ahead in the block. I think that went off Sadie Hampson's head. She even pointed to her forehead.
Sometimes it happens.
Happens.
As long as it's not a nose.
Yeah. Or a tooth or a mouth.
9-4 Wolverines on top. Good dig on the near side by the Vaqueros. Setting up for Cruz on the outside, right into the net.
That may be her very first error of the day. I take that back. That's her second error of the day. She's hitting 389. It's impressive.
Tadafiti tries her hand at the serve. Utah Valley punches it right back over. The Vaqueros with Cruz coming in straight from the back. Out of play, point for the Wolverines. And their lead continues to mount here in the third set.
Cruz will set back row, and a big rule of hitting back row is she cannot touch or cross that 10-foot line, and she had a half a foot over.
Eleven to 4, Wolverines on top. Tadafiti with the knuckleball over the net. Cruz again touches it. Merrill. Dorius, another slide dig from Caraballo. And a double hit they're gonna call. That's been the penalty of the day.
But yeah, I've seen at least 5 or 6 of those. It's quite a few at the collegiate level.
Tanafiti with 12 points behind her. Wolverines on top of the Vaqueros of UTRGV here in the third. A big smash right at the net from Oliveira. Oliveira rises, gets her first touch on the day.
Good way to start your match.
Another Brazilian all the way from Sao Paulo. Blocked at the net. Back-to-back points for number 4. She's pumped up.
It's nice when you can come in off the bench, and as a coach, it's great when you can put new players in and they come in and get the job done.
Vitor Nama. This one over into the Vaquero territory. That one just inside the line. Very sneaky by the Vaqueros.
And Carter Helmkamp came in as well as a new setter, and she just executed a great dump.
12-7, Vaqueros trail by 5. And this is where Utah Valley has had trouble in the first 2 sets.
Got a net on Oliveira.
Now Merrill with the serve for the Wolverines. Beautiful ace.
They continue to go after Nama, and you can tell she's getting really frustrated. I think that's a great game plan, considering she's an offensive threat, but she's also not passing very well.
Merrill again, coming up short. And another point for Utah Valley, another double hit.
Another ball handling error, yeah.
(15-7), Wolverines on top. Merrill's serve hits the net, comes close. Cruz gets it, smashed down by Oliveira.
UTRGV's libero did something interesting, which I actually really like. She told Nama to take a step back. Like, don't pass right now, you're not doing well. She pulled back Cruz to pass. Cruz ended up passing the ball, did a good job, and they were able to run the middle and get the point. I think that type of leadership from a libero is what you need on every single team.
Vaqueros with the serve. Kept alive very nicely by Utah Valley. Punched in that back spot by Kaylee Downs. Take another look at it. Downs finds the open spot right toward that end line. Nicely done. And Childs punches it through. I believe her husband would say a slam dunk. And Utah Valley will take a 17-8 lead into the timeout for the Vaqueros. And we'll take a break with them. We'll be right back with the rest of the third right after this on UVU TV.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Coach Sam Matoa with Athletic Director Jared Sumption in the background, enjoying this 17-8 lead the Wolverines have over the Vaqueros of UTRGV here in the third set. Utah Valley trying to continue this momentum. And they're going to call this one out. The side judges say this was out of play. Point for the Vaqueros.
That's a tough call to make because Jasmine went up at the same time. Could have could have gone off of UTRGV's hands, but they made their judgment call.
That's why we just talked about it, and they're the ones with the flags. Another slide opportunity. This one stays in. Dances on the net, falls in favor of Utah Valley. Tori Dorius, the serve from the back line for Utah Valley. Merrill. Tadafiti kept alive again by Utah Valley. Merrill again on the back line. Wardle. Nutapuivaha.
Their offense is really coming alive, and last set alone, Kazna Tadafiti had 5 kills, hitting 833, and so to be able to mix it up to any one of those players front row right now, they're in a great position to finish the set.
Blocked at the net by Utah Valley. Tadafiti in play. Points, Wolverines. I think assistant coach, interim head coach Vinny Baigun for UTRGV in this third set was trying to get some bench players a little bit more time. The Utah Valley's come out swinging, and now he's starting to finally get more of a starting rotation back into the mix here.
Yeah, they've had 12 players in total this match. What a block.
Nutapuivaha. With the exclamation point.
I think it's less of UTRGV trying to get some bench players in, as it is like they started slow. There's some ball handling errors, people hitting negative. I think they're trying to get some answers figured out. And I think Utah Valley's just done a really good job of taking care of the ball.
Tadafiti, yes!
Come alive.
(22-9). Tori Dorius. Again with the service for the Wolverines. Nama out of play. Utah Valley with a whole new swagger about themselves out there.
Feeling good. 23-9. Finish the set, go to set 4. Do it again. They're wearing Nama down on their serves too. They keep going at her.
Tadafiti, booyah! Tadafiti and company can smell it. Set point for the Wolverines.
That's 7 kills in 1 set for Tadafiti. That's almost double what she's had all match.
Point, Wolverines, set, Wolverines. We'll take a quick break, catch our breath, and get ready for the 4th set. Utah Valley took that one 25-9. We'll be right back on UVU TV.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you.
Place for you at UVU.
Place to engage,
to rise,
to succeed,
to become.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else? In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life.
If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Hyundai. I promise you'll love it. Get more vehicle for your dollar from Utah's largest Hyundai dealer. Drive home a new 2019 Hyundai Tucson for only $199 a month, or you'll love the new Elantra for only $13,990. Go ahead and compare at MurdochHyundai.com.
You've got to come and see us in Logan, Linden, and Murray.
Welcome back to Lockhart Arena on the campus of Utah Valley University. Brandon Crow alongside Kaylee Doxey. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Saturday afternoon here on UVU TV and the WAC Sports Digital Network. Utah Valley took the third set from the Vaqueros, 25-9, not even letting the Vaqueros get into double digits. As we take a look at the overall combined stats, Utah Valley has now come up to tie the overall kills, 32 apiece.
Yeah, they're incredibly even on almost all facets right now. There's not much difference even in blocks. Their hitting percentage is about even. UV made up a lot of ground that last set as far as stats go. I look forward to seeing what happens this set, if they can maintain, if they can use the momentum, how the Vaqueros are going to respond. This should be a good fourth set. Kazna especially turned it on. She had 7 sets alone in that last, 8 kills alone in that last set, totaling 12 on the match. So really good job on her to pick it up, put the hammer down, see what they can do this set.
It's another day in the office for Tana Fiti and company. But here they are at the start of the fourth set. Cruz and company trying to keep it light for UTRGV, knowing all that they need is just one more set to come away victorious today. But Utah Valley, in front of their home crowd, as part of homecoming week, wants to get the victory to try and split this opening WAC series. And they'll take that momentum as UTRGV goes right into the net after the first set, first serve. Nutepuivaha gives it right back to the Vaqueros.
They both just broke one of the biggest rules in volleyball, which is don't miss the first serve. So we're on even playing ground now. Start over, reset.
Cruz tries to get the party started officially for the Vaqueros, but Utah Valley has other ideas in mind.
I like seeing them get Sadie Hampson involved. That was a great set to go after right away.
Hampson, the sophomore from Poway, California, says, don't forget about me. And they're going right back to Nama again. That ball.
She's had 22 service reception attempts, and the only one close to that right there is the libero, who's had 17. And I think that's partially because she's kind of getting in Nama's way, saying, let me pass the ball, which can be smart to do if you are passing a little bit better.
Samara Caraballo will now do the serve. The huge jump serve. Tanafiti blocked. Somehow kept alive miraculously by Utah Valley. Blocked at the net again by the Wolverines. The Vaqueros coming alive. Utah Valley keeping it alive. Another drop right down into play. Merrill trying to collect for the Wolverines. Vaqueros get it over. Whoever can maintain their composure will win the point. Blocked at the net again by the Wolverines. Just barely slips underneath. This one cannot be corralled by Kaylee Downs, but they're going to call a point for Utah Valley.
I think the down ref is calling a net on number 14 for the Vaqueros. Comes off ahead. Right there, goes over. It even went off the speakers up top at one point.
Here's the end of the point.
Yes, down ref called a net on number 14, Jandova.
The guilty look on her face, hiding behind the innocence. 4-2 Wolverines on top. An ace. Tadafiti, she can do it all, my friends.
I think that last long rally kind of took the wind out of their sails, and then you just saw them. Nobody even made a move for that serve.
Tadafiti.
Check out Kazna's
with the heel click. No place like home, says Kazna. And we'll take a quick break. 5-2 Wolverines on top. We'll be right back after this on UVU TV.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Dorothy, Tadafiti, or Kazna, depending on how you look at it after that heel click, with the serve for Utah Valley to start this off after the timeout. 5-2 Wolverine lead. Tori Dorius hits Cruz on that backhand. Blocked in the net by the Wolverines. Saved by the Wolverines. Nama. Dorius up in the air. Flying in from the backside was Tadafiti.
Another ball handling error.
Point.
Looked like Sarah Merrill is injured, the libero for the Wolverines. She hit hard. Looks like a knee, maybe.
She's gonna come over to talk to Coach Otoa. One of the toughest players on this team.
That's how you know she's hurt. Just limping around a little bit. Not surprised she's gonna stick it out though.
Running on pure adrenaline, I'm sure.
She'll feel it tomorrow.
Paulina Ramirez trying to get the Vaqueros back into the mix. They go right at Merrill. And Tori Dorius hits it over. Slide from the near side. And Utah Valley touches the net.
Slight injuries can really break the momentum, slow it down a little bit, so you're hoping that they don't slow down at this point. Doesn't look like it's slowing down Sarah.
Perfect placement there on the back corner by Utah Valley. Kaylee Downs. Right in front of assistant coach Vinny Begun. Merrill with the jump serve. Shanks off of Cruz. Nama tips it over. Merrill again, diving all over the place. Out of play. Vaquero point. Victoire Nama will serve to try and tie it up at 6 here in the 4th. Nutapuiva right off the chest of the Vaqueros, still kept in play. Merrill diving on the floor to save it. Dorius trying to go angle, misses the line. Point for the Vaqueros.
Wolverines are swinging hard. They're just hitting defenders, almost right in the arms. Easy digs. And then when they're being a little bit safe, they're tending to down ball or hit the ball out just a little bit.
Dorius. This one is blocked, but goes out of play off of the Vaqueros. Point for the Wolverines. Childs comes back in as we take another look. Dorius smiles, knowing she'll take one of those all day. She thought she got blocked. It's going to be a point for the Vaqueros. Another solid block at the net by the Wolverines. Kept in play by the Vaqueros. Childs with it. In the air, Nutapuivaha. Nama, Childs, dumped right back down by Cruz. There's our net cam.
Cruz. It's legal. She was looking for, Maddie was looking for an overcall. If you reach over the net and impede on the set, like Wardle was trying to do, it's considered an infraction, but looked like Cruz was okay on that.
Utah Valley with the emphasis on the other side. Dorius. Wolverines on top, 8-7, trying to win this 4th set to force a 5th. Huge hammer from the outside by Tadafiti. Tadafiti again just shredding that back line. Tadafiti might be an ace for Utah Valley. Dorius likes
Great
that.
deep serve. Deep serves are hard to pass as a player. She just hit that line, going after Nama.
Dorius again. Oliveira for the Vaqueros, far side. Going right back at Jasmine. Jasmine couldn't quite get up to it. 10-8, Utah Valley on top. More substitutions coming in for the Vaqueros as they get ready to serve. Good back and forth by UTRGV, kept alive by the Wolverines. And again, Tadafiti, which in some language is probably a translation for Thor or hammer or something.
Muscle. She's being much more successful swinging than she is right now tipping. Every time she tips right over that block, she's getting dug by Nazario, who kind of stares her down after as if to say it's not going to happen, and then she goes ahead and swings and gets her kill.
Jasmine Nutapuivaha awaiting the whistle. 11-8, Wolverines on top. Caraballo. Oliveira at the net for the Vaqueros. This one way too far out of play. And they're going to call it deflection off of Utah Valley. take a look.
Tadafiti, she touched it. She looked at coach and said, yeah, I got it. So you play it off until they call it, and then once they call it, you can admit, yeah, I did.
Is that the rule?
That's the rule. You didn't touch it until they call it, and then you can say, yeah.
Vaqueros get the ball just inside that back line. Vaqueros won't go away. 11-10 now, and they serve the tie. Up 2-1, 2 sets to 1 in the 4th set. Wolverines kept alive. Wardle doing well.
Pancake.
Again, Wardle with the save. Vaqueros just swinging from that backside. They get the tip off of Utah Valley to get the point.
It's a nice high swing off hands.
Barbara Silva from the right-hand side. Tipped at the net off of Sadie Hampson. And here we are squared at 11. Cruz with the serve for the Vaqueros. That's the second time now Utah Valley has had miscommunication. Oliveira. 12-11 UTRGV. And Coach Otoa is going to call a timeout to talk things over. Vaqueros have stormed back and retaken the lead. And we'll take a quick break to catch our breath. We'll be right back with the rest on UVU TV.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
Utah Valley coaching staff trying to get some strategy going here as they trail 11-12 midway through this 4th set. Tadafiti's been the hot hand for Utah Valley, continues to do so. She heard you.
She heard me. That was a great shot. She didn't tip that time when she didn't have a great set. She decided to shoot it deep corner, which is a great option.
We just passed the hour-and-a-half mark in overall in this match. And this 4th set is just going back and forth. No team can really separate themselves from each other.
But that's what makes it so exciting. Close games are exciting for that reason. And I think as soon as somebody gets the momentum in their favor and really takes off. Back again. UV's got a chance to score now.
Coach Otoa is walking up to try and get some last-second coaching at the net. Tadafiti with the jump serve, graces the top of the net, punched over by the Vaqueros, and they're going to call
back row attack from the setter on UTRGV. She's not allowed to jump and put the ball over since she is back row. It was a little hop, but her hand still got over the net.
14-13 Wolverines on top. And that serve ate up Cruz. Nava gets it over. Huge hammer on the outside by the Wolverines. Blocked at the net by Utah Valley. Tori Dorius.
There's been some calls on both sides. Both coaches have felt like they've missed some net calls. Both coaches have felt like some of the doubles have been close to lifts, but overall, on that one, you just got to press over. It doesn't matter if you hit the net or not.
Vaqueros somehow sneaked that one down just inside of Tori Dorius and Sadie Hampson. 15-14, Wolverines on top. Paulina Ramirez will serve for the Vaqueros. Dorius pokes it over. Nama. Again punched over by the Wolverines. Joust at the net. Point for the Wolverines. Some frustration being shown by Veronica Jandova.
She felt like Jace Funk, our setter, may have lifted on that ball. She went up with the fist, ended up opening her hand. And sometimes when you open your hand, and she is clearly frustrated with that kill. But regardless, the refs have their calls and judgments, and you just have to play no matter what.
Jandova with the slide says, okay. How do you think about that? 16-15, UTRGV trailing by 1. Tori Dorius gets it over for the Wolverines. And again, Jandova deflected off of Utah Valley. Merrill can't get up to it. Back-to-back points for number 14. And we're all tied up at 16.
I bet UTRGV continues to run that slide. They've got the setter front row. They're successful going after it. So here she goes. She's going back again.
Instead, they're going to have Nama coming from the backside. That's something we haven't seen quite often from them.
Not from her. She did a really good job of executing that. But when you have the outside staying out, you have the middle going behind, you open up the middle of the court, which lets that back row open up essentially for the blockers and the hitter to come through from the back row.
Miscommunication there between Nutapui, Vaha and company. And a timeout for Coach Atoa. He's going to think things over before this gets too out of hand in this 4th set.
I think that set was just a little too high for Jasmine. I think it's a good option. I think she could have been successful had the set been there. And they need to continue to go after that. They're down. She's a great option offensively. I think they try it again.
So Utah Valley here in the 4th set, trailing by 2, 16-18. Trying to force a 5th set. They fell to the Aggies on Thursday in 4. Trying to avoid the same situation here today. Early on in the Western Athletic Conference here. Take a look at the standings. Grand Canyon, New Mexico State, UTRGV, and Kansas City sitting all atop with 1-0. Seattle U, California Baptist, CSU Bakersfield, Chicago State, Utah Valley rounding it all out on the bottom side. Utah Valley trying to even things out, especially with UTRGV. Victoire Nama and her Vaquero squad hit the net. Leave the door open for the Wolverines.
Might just be what they need to get back in this game. You guys saw them get excited about that missed serve, which you hadn't seen earlier in this match, them get excited about a missed serve, but you can tell they just want points at any cost right now. Slide again.
Vicious block by Dorius at the net. Again. Dorius again hammers this one down, still in the air, however. Over by the Vaqueros. Dorius gonna try and finish it off. Goes back line, diving save by Caraballo. Cruz now, Merrill. Dorius, 3rd time's the charm. Still in play for the Vaqueros. They eventually get it over. Wardle, backside, Childs. Point, rally, Utah Valley.
It's a great finish by Childs. I love seeing the scrappiness over there on UTRGV though. Libero Caraballo is doing a great job of getting touches high over her head, getting it back in play.
UTRGV, they're all laughing.
I didn't see what happened.
I didn't catch it either. Beautiful
Great dig.
And And this one barely goes out of play.
She ran away from that ball as if she knew right away it was out. Get out of the way. Yep, just out. It's that white line that is the technical line, not the green line.
Childs with emphasis. Ties it back up at 19.
It's her third kill of the set. She's doing good. She has no errors, and she's hitting, now she's probably hitting about 800 on this set alone.
Dorius from the back line. Caraballo. Oliveira, team blocked by the Utah Valley Wolverines, led by Nutepuivaha.
That was fun to see all three of those blockers up on her. You hardly see that on a quick one in the middle, but it was a great team block.
We'll take another look at this point here.
All three get up.
Tag team.
They said no.
Utah Valley now up on top 20-19. We made mention of this earlier, but the next handful of games for the Wolverines travel on the road to take on the runners of Bakersfield, and then at Grand Canyon. Always difficult to play out in the desert, your home turf out there.
That's right.
Before coming back home against UMKC and Cal Baptist, and then Chicago State. That'll be a Monday evening. We'll be right back here in the driver's seat for you on UVU-TV on October 14th for that one. But again, just barely kicking off conference play. You saw virtually half the conference is in the upper bracket with all one victory. But as of right now, this whole thing can be split wide open. It could be anybody's conference.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was looking at the standings. The door is essentially wide open for anyone at this point. The WAC standings are such as they're taking into account your entire record for the season up to this point. But within the WAC, they've only had one game, and one team hadn't even played yet at this point. But, you know, a win here could really put Utah Valley in a better position in the WAC, obviously. But we're just getting started in conference.
Point for Utah Valley. And Sarah Merrill is fired up.
She doesn't look hurt anymore. She's feeling good.
Utah Valley can smell this fourth set, just 4 points away from tying it all back up at 2 apiece. Dorius with the serve. Nama from the backside, kept alive by Merrill. Hit over by Utah Valley, Tadafiti. Nama again from the back spot. Merrill again with the dig. Tadafiti, yes!
That rally was riddled with great defensive touches. I think sometimes that gets lost in the stats, is how many good defensive touches make these points happen. And Kasna was able to put that ball away, but they sure had a lot of good digs in there.
22-19, Wolverines on top. Cruz punches this one out. Point for the Wolverines. 23-19, Tori Dorius 2 points away from getting this fourth set. Serves into the net, keeps the door open for the Vaqueros, 23-20. Substitution now for UTRGV.
This is kind of a dangerous point in the game, 23-20. It feels really comfortable, but this is when teams get in trouble if they get complacent feeling like this set is already over. Obviously, Kasna knows there's still some game left to play.
She's hearing what you're saying, but at the same time, she's not hearing what you're saying. With the exclamation point. Set point for the Wolverines. And Oliveira wins it back for UTRGV. 24-21, Cruz now at the back line. Cruz with the floater, gets it over. Childs gets blocked at the net. 24-22.
Pumped.
UTRGV feeling it right now, trying to keep their door open to close it on the Wolverines. Tadafichi says no, thank you. Set Wolverines, we're going to 5. 25-22, Utah Valley takes the fourth.
What an exclamation point on that fourth set.
We'll take a quick break. I'm going to get some water and get ready for this fifth set. We'll be right back with the fifth set on UVU TV right after this.
Here at Intermountain Healthcare, our doctors have experience treating young athletes, professional athletes, and the athlete next door. We treat everyday injuries, sports injuries, concussions, total joint replacements, and everything in between. Come visit our board-certified physicians and surgeons here at Intermountain Healthcare's Utah Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. We're committed to keeping you moving.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Well, that break was not long enough for me to catch my breath after that last fourth set here. Utah Valley took it 25-22. Fans are feeling it here in Lockhart Arena. We're all tied up, and we're going to the fifth set here, Kaylee.
It's exciting. Exciting to play a fifth game after being down from 2, coming back, and playing the ball that they essentially should be and know how to play at this point.
You see some frustrated and almost confused looks from that UTRGV side. They almost like they had it in the bag, but you take a look overall through the first 4 sets.
Yeah, I think so. That UTRGV has 45 kills to Utah Valley's 44 kills. And we're even on that regard for the match. We're within .002 for hitting percentage. We're essentially the same. UTRGV 161 to Utah Valley's 159. So in a lot of areas, they're dead even. A fifth set is a good opportunity for them to show which team is a better team.
Utah Valley looking for that first victory of this 2019 conference play. And the fifth set will decide it all here at Lockhart Arena.
I'm super impressed with how Kazna was able to turn it out around this third and fourth set especially. She kind of started slow in set 1 and 2. She turned it around. She now has 18 kills on the match, which leads for both teams. The next highest is 11 for Barbara Silva on UTRGV. You're seeing Megan Childs get in the game. She's got 9 kills. She's hitting .316, which is an excellent hitting percentage. And then Sarah Mellerl for UVU. She's got 20 digs in 4 sets.
Well, final set begins like this. Utah Valley with the serve. Utah Valley gets it over. Nama coming in from the back. Kept alive by the Wolverines. Dorius gets a kill to start things off. 1-0.
I feel like Dorius has done a really good job of coming in as well. She came in for Christensen and she was struggling a little bit, and overall she's done a pretty good job.
Wardle from the back. Now Cruz, the intended target. She smashes this one home.
She made that look really easy. I thought the block was there. Apparently she found a way around it.
(1-1). Vaqueros will serve. Merrill with the dig. Wardle keeps it alive. Tadafiti gets it over. UTRGV, Barbara Silva coming out swinging in this 5th set.
Yeah, she's leading their team in kills right now, and she just goes right down that line on the right side of Dorius.
Dorius again. Tipped off of Silva, goes down for a Utah Valley point. All tied back up at 2. After having such an emotional high coming back, winning those 2 straight sets after dropping the first 2, how do you not have a drop-off in emotion or energy or focus here in this 5th set?
That's a good question. It's hard to refocus sometimes after a big win, like set 3 and 4. But this is a short set to 15, and you have to refocus immediately. You don't have time to sit around and let the game happen. And playing small games like Utah Valley is right now, 1st to 3, 1st to 5, 1st to 8, keeping those short, small goals in mind is important. Stay focused.
Tadafiti blocks several times, but she goes straight to her friend, Jasmine Mutepuivaha, who finishes it off. And Saren Merrill, AKA the floor coach, keeping her squad pumped up and in the positive vibes.
Floor coach is a great nickname for her. She's very encouraging. She's a great leader on that team, and essentially what a libero should be, as well as a setter. They're kind of the captains or the quarterbacks of the team.
Coach Otoa talking with Nutepuivaha, trying to settle or calm down any nerves that she might have. Utah Valley on top 4-2 in this 5th and final set. Again, we go to 15. And Utah Valley trying to be the first ones to it. Right now on the other side, the Vaqueros trying to find that swagger that they had early on in the first two sets of this match.
We've seen a lot of emotion out of both teams. We've seen some frustration, we've seen some excitement, we've seen, like you said, that swagger. I think it's been really fun to watch these 2 teams go head-to-head and battle it out.
Very evenly matched.
Very evenly matched.
Tori Dorius and Utah Valley in their home whites with the green and black trim, serving to the Vaqueros in the road orange and grays with the 4-2 lead here in the 5th. And this one goes out of play. 5-2 Utah Valley, 10 more points for the Wolverines. Dorius goes to Caraballo. Oliveira, now Merrill. Childs gets tipped at the net. Caraballo. Cruz kept alive. Tadafiti. Cruz setting up again. Punch back in play, point for the Wolverines.
Great hang time by Jasmine on that block right here.
Just a last-ditch effort to get a hand on it.
Yeah, she probably just got fingers alone. That's all she needed.
Dorius goes right at Nama.
Serve.
Smacked home by Childs. 7-2, halfway there for Utah Valley.
That's essentially a 2-person point right there. That's Dorius with that awesome serve. made the overpass happen, and then Childs getting up and finishing that point.
Childs was letter high above
She was.
the net there. Looking like her husband. This one deflected off of Childs, out of play.
Or does her husband look like her?
That's the question. I'd say the latter.
Yeah, me too.
Nama, after a brief rest, comes back in for the Vaqueros. Childs gets tipped by the Vaqueros, kept alive, eventually hit over by Caraballo. Wardell slammed home by Tarafiti.
What a swing. That play they ran right here is an inside rip, which allows her to come inside and hit that angle real nicely. The blockers go too far, she can, great execution. Setter and hitter.
8-3, Utah Valley on top in the 5th. They're gonna switch sides.
It's getting loud in here.
It is getting loud. I was thinking the same thing. Lockhart Arena, a great environment for wrestling, volleyball. Utah Valley couldn't get it over. Point for the Vaqueros. And Caraballo will serve. Caraballo with the big jump serve, lots of top spin. Childs, exclamation point. Six more points away for Utah Valley.
You're starting to see good numbers from multiple people on the Wolverines. I think that's what's really helped them these last three, 4, and 5 sets.
Still kept in play. And a huge smack on the right-hand side from the Vaqueros. Barbara Silva elevated and brought it home. Nine to 5 Wolverines on top. Vaqueros with the serve. Tarafiti from the outside, back in the middle. Downs gets it over. Slacked. Tarafiti at the net with the block.
She looks like a totally different person. Feeling good about that one. They ran that slide like they have. That's been successful in that time. Didn't work out.
Tarafiti now gets the serve over. Nama. Out of bounds. 11 to 5. 4 more points for Utah Valley. And UTRGV is going to call timeout to think this one over. Huge swing of momentum.
Huge swing of momentum. Yeah, volleyball is all about a game. It's a game all about momentum. And with those 3rd and 4th sets, set 3 was 25-9. That alone is huge. And I think UTRGV actually did a pretty good job set 4 to try and slow that momentum down. But essentially, UV just took it. And coming into a set 5 after being up 2 and then losing 2 in a row is hard.
Utah Valley President Tumines getting the crowd fired up. You can see her everywhere. She even dyed her hair a little bit of green.
She's got some green streaks in there.
She was eating some Taco Bell earlier. She is just
enjoying the campus.
Every minute of being president here on the campus.
As she should.
She is a woman of the people. And she is definitely feeling very happy and very grateful to be where she is. She loves this university in just a short time of being here.
And the athletes and coaches really appreciate and love her as well.
She takes the time to go out and visit every single sport, and you can see her with her trademark pom-poms And there she is recording this.
She's probably Instagramming it. It's for the gram.
For the gram. Tanafiti gets it over. And they'll take that kind of ace any day. Tanafiti can't do nothing wrong here. Virtually walking on water today. Tanafiti saves it. And a nice execution by Hampson. 13-5, you can feel it, fans can feel it. 2 more points and Utah Valley will have come from behind victory, winning the last 3 straight sets. Vaqueros get that one back.
It's easy to shake off mistakes when you're up as far as they are right now, but it's also easy to lose focus. So get this next ball, finish the game, call it a match, celebrate when it's over.
Nama setting up Dorius on the outside. Double touch again for the Vaqueros. That sets up match point for Utah Valley. It's the loudest we've heard Lockhart Arena so far. And who else but Sarah Merrill to try and seal it for the Wolverines. Cruz, Merrill with the dig. Tanafiti, Downs. Tanafiti keeps it alive. Downs with the touch. Poked over by the Vaqueros in no man's land. And UTRGV says, hold on your celebrations, not so fast. Vaqueros will serve. Checking into the match, Helmkamp will go straight to the back line. Helmkamp serve. Dorius getting set up from the outside. Dorius in play. Match Utah Valley. 15-7. Utah Valley comes back, wins the last 3 sets to get their first victory in WAC play this season.
How exciting to finish in such a fashion. To be down 2. They looked a little, to me, they looked a little hopeless. They couldn't get anything going. They were searching for answers. Nothing was working. And then to come out set 3 and win 25-9 in such a big fashion, and then continue through 4 and 5, I think is a big boost for them here in conference and for the rest of the season.
That man right there, Coach Otoa, being greeted by University President. We'll take a quick break and we'll be joined by him right after this on UVU TV.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else? In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy, and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life. If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Chevrolet. I promise you'll love it. Before you even think about buying a new truck or SUV, you've got to check out MurdochChev.com. You'll be glad you did. We've got huge discounts on all 2018 models, and you're going to love the 2019 Silverado. Only at Murdoch Chevrolet in Logan and Woods Cross. You've got to come and see us.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from award-winning accounting to marketing and entrepreneurship programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
Welcome back to Lockhart Arena on the campus of Utah Valley University, where the Utah Valley Wolverines found their first conference victory of the season, taking down the Vaqueros of UTRGV in 5 sets, coming from behind after dropping the first 2 to win the final 3. Hello, everybody. Thank you again for letting us be a part of your Saturday afternoon. We are joined by head coach of the Wolverines, Coach Atoa. Coach, how would you describe that victory?
Oh, wow. You know, just proud of the young ladies for that fight. We've just been kind of struggling, kind of getting things going as far as on our offense. But, man, when they put it together, it was something pretty to watch. And so tonight, those last 3 sets were just phenomenal play on their execution on the things that we've been practicing and working on every day. So really happy to kind of see that tonight.
Is there any key ingredient for what you say in a huddle to the kids to not let their emotions get the best of them?
Well, you know, it's just more of just keep going, because it's just continuing to instill the belief in them and the fight, and not worrying about the mistakes or dwelling on the mistakes, but allowing ourselves to focus on our execution and our game. And I think that when we do that, we're a pretty good team.
I think you do a good job of doing that, keeping the team motivated. And what do you think made the difference in adjusting the offense, your guys' offense, to their defense, to their blocks, to their stops?
Well, they didn't do anything different besides trying to help out a little bit more in the middle. Mostly they were a spread blocking team. We felt like that we can attack their middles. And they started helping out a little bit, which was expected. But we were able to just stick with our game plan. And so we knew that as long as we were able to do that and attack them in the middle and open things up, our outsides were able to just kind of make things happen. So part of that was just we've been struggling at our success on the pins, both on the right side and on the left. But tonight for the 3rd set on, it was really hard for anybody to stop our offense because they hit the ball better and just with a lot of fire. So it was really good to see some of that, especially those that have been struggling a little bit offensively, and that's great. It's great to see.
Well, congratulations, Coach. It was a thrilling match to be a part of, and again, enjoy this victory with your team.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Again, your final today, Utah Valley takes it in 3 sets to 2. 5th set, come from behind. It was just an amazing match. Your final thoughts, Kaylee?